Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Canada elections 2021. In this video, I will take you to a document that the current ruling party of Canada, the Liberal Party of Canada, Justin Trudeau's party, they have basically shared this document with the people. That is their official platform. That's what they call it. Okay, and I'm going to take you to their platform and I'm going to give you concrete information of what's going to happen to Canadian immigration. From the horse's mouth directly. This is the ruling party of Canada right now, and they have been the ruling party for quite few years, and they are the ones who have done a lot of things that were good gestures to new immigrants and the people who are aspiring to become Canadian permanent residents. Okay, so I'm not going to give you some theories, random theories, or some anticipations or estimates. I'm going to give you concrete evidence directly from their platform. So without wasting any time, let's go to their tagline, that is forward for everyone. So just a glance over their program, or rather what they have announced. So they are going to finish the fight against COVID-19 in style, and they have promised a home for everyone. We are going to discuss that in a while. All right, and they have promised better health care for everyone and a more resilient economy after all. And then lastly, a cleaner and greener future. Obviously, they want to reduce the impacts of global warming by cutting down pollutions in heavy industries, etc. And they're going to do some things about the indigenous peoples, the people who are like native Canadians centuries ago. Okay, so this is basically a huge document, 91 pages to be exact, and I'm not going to bore you with the extra details. Although if you were a Canadian immigration aspirant, then you should read through this document or glance through this document to get a feel of what's going on in Canada. Okay, so they have basically talked about immigrant women here, that they are at a greater risk of housing insecurity because they are sometimes, or rather often, financially dependent on their family. They are not financially independent. So they want to give them the opportunities to secure an affordable housing so that they are not involved in the chronic disease of homelessness. Okay, so this is a great thing to hear. The next up is they are going to reform economic immigration programs, that is express entry, PNP programs, etc., to expand pathways, that is TR to PR, temporary residents to permanent residents. So they are going to announce some new pathways, or rather expand on these current TR to PR pathways. And for former international students, the people who have studied from Canada, former international students, they are going to announce some things for them as well. Okay, next up is basically an achievement that they had. They are talking about things that they have done for rural areas of Canada, and they say that they have launched a rural and northern immigration pilot to bring skilled newcomers to smaller communities and help local economies grow. Now the thing is, that is what we call RNIP, Rural Northern Immigration Pilot, and you will see a lot of videos on YouTube alone related to RNIP, and the thumbnails would say like no IELTS required, no work visa required, no experience required, no living person required. They would just give you RNIP, but this is unfortunately not the truth. So because of COVID-19, this program was not able to be opened up so much. Okay, so that's why I have not yet made a video, but soon when they're going to announce something for RNIP, obviously I'm going to make a video on that, and I will inform you guys about what's going to happen with RNIP. Now next up is they are going to support francophone immigrants outside of Quebec. Now I have talked about this in some of my videos, that this Quebec Funda, Quebec has their own immigration plan. They are not under IRCC and they are not under Express Entry Program of Canada, right? So what they do is they have their own immigration levels, they have their own immigration plans, quotas and everything. And Quebec province, I read it somewhere, I do not have a reference to that, but Quebec province has this thing that a certain number of people living inside Quebec have to be francophones. And Liberal Party being largely supported by the residents of Quebec, they are going to support Quebec in some way or another. Okay, so they cannot directly, the federal government cannot directly influence the decisions that Quebec government takes about immigration. So what they're going to do is they are going to facilitate French people to move to the other parts of Canadian provinces and territories that are under IRCC's control, so that when at 2030 or 2050, when they will reach the population numbers that they have in their mind, okay, so when they reach that number, Quebec has this theory of having a certain number of francophones inside Quebec. So the French people who would be living inside Canada would be able to move to Quebec. So that is a theory that I have, and that is my understanding of the situation. Okay, don't like catch me on this one. So they are going to support francophone immigrants outside of Quebec. They have already announced so many things for francophones, and we might be able to see some other things as well. So yeah, again, they are going to continue to support the French language knowledge of immigrants in Quebec. Okay, let's see what is next up on immigration. Okay, now this is a great thing. They have promised to eliminate the citizen application fee for permanent residents, because becoming a citizen allows new immigrants to fully participate in Canadian society. So it should not be subject to a user fee. Okay, so they will make sure that the application process fee for PR who have fulfilled the requirements of becoming a citizen will not need to pay any other fee. Okay, so this is a great thing. Another thing is family reunification and reducing processing time. Now this is a great thing. They have talked about modernization of the process, the digitalization of the process. They are going to speed up these processes, and here they have talked about the delays and deep cuts to immigration levels or whatnot. So basically they are going to strengthen family reunification. They are going to work on the PGP, parent and grandparent program. They are going to increase immigration levels, and they are going to reduce wait times and build a fairer system. Now that is a promise that we need right now, because we have seen no signs of FSW at the time of making this video. And also at the end they have promised that they will expand the new immigration stream for human rights defenders and work with civil society group to ensure passage and resettlement of people under threat, including from Afghanistan. So a couple of years ago they had this thing with Syrian refugees, and now they have that thing with Afghan refugees. So they are going to continue with obviously refugees and asylum seekers, because it is a matter of life and death for these people. So we should respect that. This is what they have discussed about immigration on their platform. Now at the end, before I close this video, I just want to share something. There is this YouTube channel, okay, and I wanted to collab with that channel, so I'm going to do this.
Immigrant women are at an even greater risk of housing insecurity because they are often financially dependent on their spouse or family. Increasing the supply of affordable housing, protecting renters from evictions, facilitating multi-generational living, and working to end chronic homelessness will benefit women in all their diversity, as well as other vulnerable groups including LGBTQ2, Indigenous peoples, and youth.
All right, that's enough. This is Iftikhar, and keep smiling. Wish you all the best.